I squeezed the egg gently, and there was absolutely nothing inside. I grabbed another one. It crumbled into tiny bits, just like the first one did. That's when it hit me. The whole box was nothing but hollow eggs. And that wasn't the only strange thing happening. I was fully focused on wiping the windows. I didn't notice the wall behind me inching closer slowly. Seconds later, I was pinned tight, unable to move an inch. I was just seconds from being squeezed breathless. Then the wall suddenly slid back to its original spot. Like nothing had happened. I brushed it off at first. I turned right back to cleaning the windows. I froze in my tracks when I spotted the squeeze marks. That's when I finally realized every weird thing had been real. A few days back, my husband and I moved to this so-called happiest neighborhood in the world. Everyone was overly friendly at the welcome party. Everyone except one woman who was acting jumpy and paranoid.
We shouldn't be here.
Successful men were all eager to move here with their wives. The neighborhood was filled with fancy mansions and top-tier luxury cars. All wives had to do was keep their houses spotless. Then we could kick back and live a total dream life. Every kind of entertainment facility was right at our fingertips. Free snacks and drinks were available non-stop. Luxury goods that cost a fortune outside were handed out like candy. But that woman broke the neighborhood's strict rules. She took her son straight into the forbidden northern desert. When security guards tracked her down, her son was gone without a trace. After that day, she was a completely different person. She told everyone she ran into that everything in the neighborhood was a lie. She warned people to pack up and get out fast. All the weird stuff that's happened these past few days made me super suspicious. I decided to sneak to the north alone. Up behind my husband's back, something strange happened before we reached our destination. All the passengers on the bus got off one by one. In the end, it was just me and the driver left. We got closer and closer to the desert's edge. A loud rumble suddenly boomed from the sky. I looked up right away. Following the sound, I saw a plane billowing thick smoke in the air. It looked exactly like the tiny model that woman had. In the blink of an eye, it crashed straight behind the mountains. I was completely stunned by what I'd just seen. I begged him to drive over so we could help the survivors, but the driver had a look of pure terror on his face. He said that area was a strict no-go zone. He swore he'd never drive the bus there, no matter what. Saving lives was all I could think about. I grabbed my bag and jumped off the bus. Without hesitation, I sprinted toward the crash site as fast as I could. Something really weird happened. The plane had definitely crashed there, but now there wasn't even a tiny trace of it left. The scenery grew more and more desolate the farther I walked. I wandered forward, lost in my thoughts. Before I knew it, I was at the foot of a small, lonely mountain. On top was a round building that looked totally out of place. I figured that must be where the men go to work every day. I decided to climb up to get some help. I struggled to the top, completely out of breath. All there was up, there was a shabby little semicircular hut. The whole place was dead quiet, not a single soul in sight. That weird little hut didn't look anything like a real company at all. I had no clue what those men actually did up here, day in and day out. Then I noticed the glass panel in front of me. It looked just like a door. I hesitated for a second, then slowly reached out and pressed my hand against the cold glass. I gently tried to push the door open. Suddenly, a harsh red light flashed right in front of my eyes. I lost consciousness in an instant.